Who's thirsty for some loot? I know you are, and I know you have good taste because you clicked on this video, so allow me to quench your thirst with this Rupa-filled water park. This inner water treatment, kill, and loot route will make you so much money and XP, you'll be having wet dreams about it. Before I make this intro any weirder, poke that button on the bottom right and let us begin. This route will take you roughly 30 minutes from all the looting, and it's easy to obtain 10,000 XP per run with the combination of looting experience and rogue headshot experience. In this live raid I'm about to show you, you won't see me searching any containers and only pointing out loose loot in order to save me editing time and to not waste your time. I've recently been addicted to this run because there are numerous audibles you can pull depending on what Tarkov decides to throw at you during the round, and I'll go more in depth on this later in the video. With all my lighthouse guides, I recommend running your raids at night so you're not getting lasered by rogues from across the compound and having numerous mini heart attacks from rounds whizzing by your noggin. I'd like to take a tactical pause here and gather my surroundings because where I'm looking is where 3 patrol rogues like to spawn. Rarely do they spawn here, but if they do, you're going to want to know before running out in the open. And if you forget, they will remind you. Always check the top of this crate for some moonshine. If you want to loot this trailer, you'll need to grab the rogue USEC workshop key off the fleet for 60,000 ruples. It doesn't break the run if you don't have it, but while I was practicing this route, I looted 2 dorms marked keys, so spend the 60k and hopefully you'll make $1 million back. In this room, you'll also find 2 toolboxes, a jacket hanging on the wall, and loose loot on the tables. I don't know if this route works with bear, but try it and let me know in the comments if you live or not. If you want to cut corners and not get your legs blown off by mines, jump through this bush and you'll be a-okay. Shooting lights out is personal preference, but as I'm sure you know, night vision and fluorescence don't mix well, so this is a good spot to bust some bulbs. Don't forget about the duffel on the left right here, and then we're going to hop into the silo. Alright, once jumping over, we're gonna check this broken box for a spawn, and then we're gonna hit see this concrete slab. Have some tools that spawn there. We have a tool crate on the outside of the tent, running inside the tent. 2 weapon crates. Right here on the floor where my laser is a ground spawn or a rare spawn. Has some filing cabinets. I don't recommend looting those because it makes way too much noise, and you have bigger things to loot. Once you run out of the silo, double check to make sure the rogues are on their amount of weapons and not a threat. Side note here, I don't know what bear rogue farming route is on YouTube right now, but 50% of the time I'll get a PMC kill while they're looting the rogues, and lately it's been nothing but bears. And each kill is going towards Peacekeeper's counteraction quest where you have to kill 20 bears on Lighthouse, so that's a plus. Next we're going to make a whole lot of noise and run on top of this silo just to check a rare spawn. You don't have to worry about the rogue on building 1 with the mounted machine gun, he won't shoot at you. The reason I like to keep the rogues alive is that they act as your personal defense force. If they're alive, you don't have to worry about player scavs or PMCs. If they're dead, you know there's a threat in the area and you may want to play the route differently. If I know I'm the only one over here, I'll loot the 2 rogues on the front turrets and hit the 4 rare spawns. If your hair is raising on the back of your neck, don't force it. Skip the rare spawns and keep your blood pressure low and continue with the route and head to the tent for a rare spawn. We'll kill the rogues in a sec when we leave the southwest quadrant. Here on Mechanics Quest Corporate Secrets and Broadcast Part 1, I kill the rogue on top of Building 1 and keep the 2 rogues alive for defense on the front of 2 towers. This will allow you to have Building 1 all to yourself for a small window of time. Keep in mind the rogue ground patrol likes to spawn in Building 1. If you're not comfortable killing rogues, skip Building 1. Continue with the route and try again next raid. Odds are the ground rogues won't be there. If you want me to teach you how to kill rogues or want someone to run Lighthouse with, join our Discord and I'll set you up for success. If you ever shoot a rogue in the noodle and they don't die and dismount their gun, do yourself a favor and go about your business and continue looting until they jump back on their mounted gun. If you challenge a rogue while they're dismounted, you're most likely going to die to a computerized aimbot. Once you lose tower and head to the helicopter, the route gets more relaxed because you're leaving what I like to call the danger zone that's in front of Building 1. Draw on Prapper's easy job. Don't forget your marker and slap it on the helicopter we're about to loot. Underneath the camo netting we're running towards, you'll find a duffel bag and a crate. For this raid, the duffel bag didn't spawn. For whatever reason, a shit ton of AI scavs spawn near the helicopter, which is nice for experience and for whatever goodies they have in their pockets. If an AI scav gets a shot off at you, don't loot them and keep moving because the player's scav horde will hunt you down. There's a good amount of loose loot in this area. Make sure you're checking all the surfaces. Then we'll head into the helicopter to check a medical bag, and on the outside where you can find a tank battery or Prapper's quest regulated materials. You have a weapon crate right here, toolbox right here, some loose loot on top of this toolbox. Some monies can spawn on that table. Ooh, piece of candy. And tool crate. If you like the video so far, if you learned anything, or you're just having a good time, please hit that subscribe button by poking that button on the bottom right of the screen. I recently started streaming on Kick, so give us a follow and join the shit show. Now what do you say we turn up the tunes? If shit ever just hits the fan, this canal is an absolute lifesaver. It's like a bat cave. You can hop in one end and who knows where you're going to come out the other. So when rounds start flying, don't forget about the safety net. Supposedly there's a rare spawn next to this grenade case, but I haven't found it yet. But you know, I'm stubborn, so I'm going to keep trying. Normally you'll find a toolbox here. I didn't check right here because I'm careless. Before you run in front of building 2, double check to make sure another rogue didn't hop on the mounted grenade launcher, because you'll be...
You're dead! You are dead!
If he is there. At the brdm for Peacekeepers Revision Part 2, you'll find 2 toolboxes and some loose loot. Before opening the rusty door to head to Building 2, make sure you pop the rogue on the gun on top of Building 1 for some easy experience. If you forget about this rogue and you take Northern Checkpoint for extract, he will murder you and sleep just fine at night. If you have good loot, go ahead and skip this part and head to extract because your odds of running into a player triples when you're inside any of the 3 water treatment buildings, so be on high alert if you decide to go inside. Thank you for watching the video this far. You're really helping my average view duration. I'd like to take a second and thank Badger, Jewel Dog, Spider, and Jay Pizzle for supporting the gaming community we're all building together. You guys keep me motivated to keep pumping videos out every week, and I'm not going to stop until we reach the top.
You can do it!
If you want to loot this door, you'll have to spend a whole 15,000 rupees on a flea to buy the water treatment plant storage key. I recommend you do it because there are 2 valuable spawns and an injector spawn in this little loot closet. Now, how to extract with all your goodies. If you don't have northern checkpoint, car extract and path to shoreline are your best bet. Before you run out in the open, check if there's a rogue on the mounted machine gun on top of building 2, because it could be a punch in the dick to be almost done with a fruitful loot run just to die at the end by a rogue, so don't be that guy. I'm honored you took the time to watch my video. If you have any questions or you're struggling with the route, be sure to join the Discord and to follow us on Kick Streaming and X, and I'll see you next week.
To save the